Have you ever wondered why two people can eat the exact same healthy food cooked the same way, and yet one slowly gets stronger, while the other quietly damages their blood vessels and kidneys without feeling a thing? I'm Dr. Mark Ellis, and I need you to listen very carefully, because what I'm about to share may explain why so many people do everything right, eat their vegetables, avoid junk food, and still end up with declining kidney function, rising blood pressure, and chronic fatigue they can't explain. Here's the urgent truth most people never hear. Some foods don't harm you because they're unhealthy. They harm you because they're prepared the wrong way. And the danger is that the damage doesn't happen overnight. It happens silently, without pain, without warning signs, until one day your lab results change, or worse, your doctor says the words you never expected to hear. One of the biggest hidden offenders sits on millions of dinner plates every week, praised as a superfood recommended by doctors and trusted by families who believe they're protecting their future. But when this food is eaten the wrong way, it doesn't protect your body. It slowly overworks your kidneys, thickens your blood, and accelerates aging from the inside out. The good news is this: the problem isn't the food itself. It's the way it's prepared, the way it's combined, and the one critical step almost everyone skips, especially after the age of 60. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, I'll show you exactly how to turn this common food from a hidden threat into a powerful ally, one that supports healthy blood flow, protects your kidneys, and helps your body age more slowly and safely, starting with your very next meal. Most people don't ruin their kidneys with junk food. They do it with foods they believe are healthy, prepared in ways that quietly work against them. And the most common example I see, especially in people over 60, is broccoli dipped in sweet chili sauce or sugary, salty glazes. It looks harmless, it tastes good, and that's exactly why it's dangerous. Let me tell you about Robert, a 67-year-old retired engineer. He cut out fast food, started steaming vegetables every night, and felt proud of himself. Broccoli became his go-to side dish. The problem: he drenched it in sweet chili sauce because plain vegetables are hard to enjoy. 6 months later, his blood pressure crept up his ankles or started swelling at night, and his labs showed early kidney stress. He was shocked. He thought he was doing everything right. Here's what no one told Robert. When you combine broccoli with sauces high in sugar, sodium, and acid, you create a perfect storm inside the body. Sugar spikes insulin, which tells the kidneys to retain sodium. Sodium pulls in water, increasing blood volume. Acidic sauces add another layer of stress by disrupting the delicate balance of blood chemistry. The result isn't just higher blood pressure, it's thicker, more sluggish blood that sticks to vessel walls instead of flowing smoothly. From a physiological standpoint, this is where things turn dangerous. Thickened blood increases resistance in small vessels, especially the tiny filtering units inside the kidneys, known as glomeruli. These filters are designed for steady, gentle flow, not pressure surges. Over time, they become overworked, inflamed, and scarred. Studies consistently show that high sodium intake alone can raise blood pressure by 5 to 7 millimeters of mercury, but when combined with sugar, the effect on vascular stiffness and kidney strain is significantly amplified, particularly in older adults and people with diabetes or hypertension. And that's the real betrayal here. Broccoli itself is not the enemy. It's the sauces that quietly convert a protective food into a metabolic stress test. What feels like a small indulgence at dinner becomes a repeated signal to your kidneys to work harder, filter faster, and recover slower. Night after night, year after year. This is why I say some foods don't harm you. Immediately, they age you silently. They don't cause pain, they cause pressure, and pressure over time always collects a price. But knowing this alone still isn't enough, because there's another combination that's even more deceptive. And when the damage shows up, it's far harder to reverse. If the first mistake tricks you with flavor, this second one tricks you with logic. Because on paper, it sounds perfect. Broccoli is healthy, milk is healthy. Put them together and you must be doing something great for your body, right? This is where many well-intentioned people unknowingly step into one of the most damaging food combinations for aging kidneys. I remember a patient named Linda, a 64-year-old grandmother who wanted to do everything right. Every morning she blended lightly cooked broccoli with milk, sometimes yogurt, believing she was protecting her bones and boosting her immune system. For nearly a year, she felt proud of that habit. until one night she woke up with sharp pain in her lower back that wouldn't go away. Imaging later revealed multiple kidney stones, and her kidney function numbers were no longer normal. She was stunned. "But I only eat healthy foods," she kept saying. Here's what Linda was never told. Broccoli contains oxalates, natural compounds that are harmless on their own. Milk is rich in calcium, also essential on its own. But when oxalates meet calcium inside the digestive tract, they bind together to form calcium oxalate crystals. These crystals are insoluble. They don't dissolve. They don't break down. And in people over 60 whose kidneys already filter more slowly, these crystals tend to accumulate, not exit. From a clinical standpoint, calcium oxalate accounts for roughly 70 to 80% of all kidney stones. Research shows that combining high oxalate foods with calcium in the same meal significantly increases urinary crystal formation, especially when hydration is inconsistent, which is extremely common in older adults. Add to that another hidden issue: case in the primary protein in milk. Casein can bind to antioxidants in broccoli, reducing their absorption and leaving the kidneys to deal with the waste without receiving the protective benefits. So what feels like a nourishing smoothie quietly becomes a double burden. Your body doesn't get the antioxidants it needs, while your kidneys take on the long-term task of managing crystal buildup. The danger here isn't immediate pain, it's accumulation. Tiny deposits forming day after day, until one day they're no longer tiny, and by then reversing the damage becomes far more difficult. This is why I always say kidney damage doesn't usually start with bad intentions. It starts with good intentions applied the wrong way. And if this combination surprised you, stay with me, because the next mistake is even more common in vegetable-heavy diets, and it can quietly clog the body from the inside out. If the second mistake builds damage silently over time, this third one does something even more deceptive. It slows the body down from the inside until nothing seems to work the way it used to. Many people don't connect it to kidney health at all, because the problem doesn't start with pain. It starts with digestion, and it often begins when broccoli is eaten together with bamboo shoots or dried radish. I want to tell you about Mr. Chen, a 71-year-old man who believed deeply in a high vegetable diet. Every meal included broccoli, often paired with bamboo shoots or dried radish for crunch and flavor. On the surface, his diet looked textbook healthy, but over time he began feeling constantly bloated, heavy after meals, and unusually fatigued. His legs would swell by evening, and he felt mentally foggy. When his lab work came back, his kidney markers were slowly drifting in the wrong direction without a clear explanation. Here's what was happening beneath the surface. Broccoli is already rich in insoluble fiber. Bamboo shoots and dried radish are even tougher, highly fibrous, dehydrated, and difficult to break down. In younger bodies, strong gut motility can move this bulk through efficiently. But after age 60, intestinal movement can slow by as much as 30 to 50%. When too much coarse fiber enters a slower digestive system, food doesn't move forward, it stagnates. From a physiological perspective, this stagnation matters. Trapped fiber ferments producing gas and toxic byproducts that irritate the gut lining. Those toxins don't stay in the intestines. They cross into the bloodstream, where they must be filtered out by the kidneys. Studies on gut-kidney interaction show that increased intestinal toxin load directly raises renal filtration demand, contributing to fatigue, fluid retention, and progressive kidney stress, even when diet quality appears clean. This is the hidden paradox. Eating more vegetables doesn't always mean eating better, especially when combinations overwhelm the digestive system. When the gut slows down, the blood becomes burdened. When the blood becomes burdened, the kidneys pay the price. And that's why symptoms like bloating, swelling, and persistent tiredness often show up long before any diagnosis is made. The solution here isn't to fear vegetables, it's to respect timing, texture, and combination. Softer preparation, fewer dehydrated fibers in one meal, and giving the digestive system space to recover can dramatically reduce internal congestion. Because the goal isn't just to eat healthy foods, but to allow the body to actually process and benefit from them. But even knowing these three mistakes isn't enough on its own, because there's one final piece, small, almost invisible, that determines whether your kidneys recover or continue to decline. And that last factor may decide whether you stay independent or face a future tied to medication and machines. Before we end, I want you to remember this: your kidneys are not weak because of age, and your body's not failing you. In most cases, it's simply been asked to work too hard for too long, often because of habits that were never explained clearly. The good news is that small, informed changes starting right at the dinner table can dramatically reduce that burden. You don't need extreme diets or fear-based rules. You just need understanding, consistency, and a bit of patience with your body. If this video helped you see food differently, please take a moment to save it. You may not need it today, but one day you or someone you love will be grateful you did. And if you care about protecting your kidneys, aging with strength, and staying independent as long as possible, I invite you to subscribe to the channel. Every week, I share clear, science-backed medical insights designed to help you care for your kidneys before problems become permanent. Most importantly, don't lose hope. The body has an incredible ability to stabilize and recover when it's supported the right way. Your next meal matters, your next habit matters, and your future health is still very much in your hands. Thank you for spending this time with me. Take care of your kidneys, and I'll see you in the next video.